Hey guys, be sure to check out our daily free play at our main website, stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and subscribe to continue to get all of our NFL pick video plays throughout the campaign. In today's action, we're going to talk about a matchup here between these two Florida squads, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Buccaneers came up short in their first preseason game. They fell on the road to the Bengals by a final of 12-23, and having to go on the road again this one. So back-to-back road outings to open up things in the first 2 weeks of the preseason. And Tampa Bay got all of their quarterbacks in the game, and actually Winston threw the ball quite a bit compared to what we typically see out of starters in week one of the preseason, as Winston went on to complete 9 of 13 passes for 99 yards. All those guys were able to get some attempts under their belt, as Tampa Bay went on to throw the ball 40 times in comparison to running the ball 28 times. They had 224 yards through the air and 106 on the ground. And then defensively, in that losing effort, the Buccaneers gave up 176 yards through the air on 22 throws, and the Cincinnati Bengals went on to complete 7 of 22 passes. And then their run defense gave up 140 yards on 36 attempts, and their run defense is going to have to come to play here today against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who certainly are showing that they love to run the ball. It's not just the rhetoric that we've been hearing from the Jaguars. It also showed up in their first preseason game, which was very impressive. The Jaguars went on the road and they beat the New England Patriots by a final of 31-24. It is fair to say that Tom Brady did not play, but New England has some great backup quarterbacks in Garoppolo and Brissett. Those guys were able to have success through the air and then on the ground. Jacksonville also gave up 116 yards on 29 carries in comparison to 310 yards through the air on 41 pass attempts. So the Patriots were a fan of throwing the ball there in that preseason game as they tried to catch up with the Jaguars. There's a lot of excitement around this Jacksonville squad as we get closer to the regular season, and that's the first time I can remember saying that in quite some time. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Jaguars are able to do as they try to pound the ball on the ground consistently. In their opening preseason game, they rushed the ball 37 times for 277 yards and 2 TDs, looking really impressive there. Grant picked up 120 yards on just 8 carries. Cook had 32 yards, Fournette 31 yards, Ivory 20 yards. But this is an interesting stable of backs that they're going to move in and out and get reps and rest and see how all these guys do through the preseason, and then building that depth chart going into the regular season. Passing-wise, Jacksonville put out Henne as well as Allen and Bortles. Those guys combine to complete 13 of 18 passes for 240 yards and 2 TDs to 0 INTs. And Jacksonville focusing more on the run should allow their quarterbacks to get more in the passing game, like we saw in that Game 1 victory against the Patriots. When opposing defenses are geared up more to stop the run, that's just going to open up things in the pass game. And even though they only threw the ball 18 times, it was for 240 yards and 2 TDs to 0 interceptions. So certainly an effective pass game there in that Game 1 win, while the run game got the bulk of the focus of the New England defense and was still able to put up over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns on those 37 carries. So really liked what we saw out of Jacksonville in their opener. Now they come home where they're going to try to carry over that strong play. This is a team that's trying to build a winning mentality, and teams that are trying to set that winning culture, especially under a new coaching staff, put a little bit more importance on these preseason games and getting those wins. So heading into this one, we do find Jacksonville as about 1-point favorite to maybe a pick 'em, and what's a game that should be pretty competitive. You have Tampa Bay, who's probably going to be having the edge here in terms of their passing ability, and then Jacksonville going to be looking again to pound the ball on the ground more. And we're just really looking forward to seeing how this one shakes out. But behind their home field advantage, coming off of a great win against the Patriots, while Tampa Bay going into their second straight road preseason game, we feel like the home team is going to have the edge in this one. We're going to go ahead and side with the Jacksonville Jaguars straight up here. If you can get them on the pick 'em or even as a slight dog in some cases, that's going to be a pretty solid value bet for you to take. So that's going to be our NFL pick video play for today's action. Again, to get our daily free play over at our main website, check out stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and subscribe to continue to get all of our NFL pick video plays throughout the campaign. So thanks, guys, for stopping on in. We hope to see you in future videos. Bye.